Zion Williamson has faced challenges with injuries and weight, despite being a top NBA talent. Now, he's made a dramatic shift, shedding significant weight and looking leaner than ever. Could this transformation finally unlock his full potential? Dive in to discover what this means for Zion and the Pelicans, and get the scoop only here on Sports Frenzy TV. Zion's looking ripped again, but wait, was it that from the 2020 offseason? Or maybe it was 2022? Actually, it was 2023 when he showed off his impressive revenge season physique. Now, believe it or not, there's yet another Zion body transformation. It's become as much a part of the NBA calendar as the finals and the draft. Zion's really stepping into the spotlight, taking over Ben Simmons' off-season attention. Remember how it was always the same story with him? He'd avoid shooting during the season, but during the off-season, Instagram would be full of clips of him nailing three-pointers. Was it legit? Nah, and eventually people stopped paying attention. Is Zion following the same pattern? That's the question until seeing this latest photo. For a moment, it seemed like the photo had to be AI generated. Zion looks the thinnest he's been since high school, standing next to that random white kid. And yes, that kid went on to play college ball and seems pretty impressive. But is this latest Zion transformation for real? Seen Zion lately? He's looking better than ever, arguably in the best shape of his NBA career. Reports indicate he's down to 281 pounds, which is 4 pounds lighter than his playing weight back at Duke. He's aiming to start the season at 272 pounds. Zion's weight and conditioning have always been hot topics, but last year during the in-season tournament where the Pelicans lost to the Lakers, those concerns peaked. Charles Barkley was surprised, and Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back in his criticism. The discussion about Zion was not flattering, with comments suggesting he'd eat the table. In December, reports surfaced that Zion wasn't following the Pelicans' advice to improve his diet and conditioning. By July 2023, on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, Zion admitted that changing his diet had been a real struggle. He noted how difficult it was, even though he had ample resources, and mentioned surrounding himself with wise people guiding him in the right direction. This transformation is different from his past ones. Zion's stepdad reports that Zion now weighs 281 pounds, 4 pounds lighter than during his time at Duke. Duke was where Zion established himself as an elite prospect. Before that, it was mostly impressive windmill dunks on Instagram, often against much shorter defenders. At that time, his true skill level was uncertain. Most mock drafts didn't even place him in the top 3 before the college season started. He was good, but the hype really took off after Duke. Zion then became must-watch TV, executing incredible plays on both ends of the court against top competition. He was regarded as the best prospect since LeBron. When the Pelicans secured the number 1 pick, their season ticket sales soared. However, that version of Zion from Duke seemed to fade until now. Zion's stepdad revealed that the target for this season is 272 pounds. That's 13 pounds lighter than his Duke days. So what's happening here? Some are joking about the use of OIC, a fat-burning supplement, but honestly, why not? There's no shame in using it, especially for a professional like Zion. Pro bodybuilders use OIC to shed fat and earn $400,000 for winning top competitions like Mr. Olympia. Zion, in contrast, earns $36 million a year. The situation became so critical that his contract with the Pelicans included a weight and body fat clause. 5 years, nearly $200 million, as long as he stays under 295 pounds with a reasonable fat percentage. Yet every offseason, Zion would appear slimmer only to gain weight back. It wasn't just his weight being questioned, his work ethic came under scrutiny too. Was his weight contributing to his injuries? Why did he keep tearing his hamstring and breaking his foot? Was it due to being too heavy? The Mountain Dew commercial certainly didn't help his image. Before his 3rd season, he went from looking like a powerhouse at Duke to sitting on the bench, visibly changed. Even last season, he started off in good shape, but during the NBA Cup, he was out-hustled by 39-year-old LeBron James. This might be why Zion is aiming to slim down to 272 pounds to boost his endurance throughout the season. After years of the Pelicans managing him carefully, front office member David Griffin has finally run out of patience. Zion needs to take more responsibility. His improvement depends heavily on his commitment. Whether Zion has finally addressed the critics' concerns will become clear midway through the season. If this transformation proves genuine, it could lead to a re-evaluation of the Pelicans' potential. Since Zion joined the team, the Pelicans have struggled to meet expectations. He's faced injuries at crucial times and has yet to play in a single playoff game. However, when Zion is performing well, he's a dominant force, a legitimate top 10 player in the NBA. He's too quick for big men and too powerful for everyone else. At just 20, he recorded the third best plus-minus season, trailing only LeBron and Luka. While plus-minus isn't the perfect stat, being among those players indicates something special. Last year, Zion demonstrated growth by developing his perimeter game, making him even more dangerous in mismatches. He's handling the ball more, creating assists, and involving his teammates, which is significant with young shooters like Trey Murphy and Herb Jones on the roster. In 2023, when everything came together, the Pelicans were at the top of the standings in late December. So should the Pelicans be considered a serious threat for the NBA Finals? There is, however, one major issue that even Zion can't address. After last season, David Griffin promised significant changes, and some were made on draft night with the selection of Imani Bates, who is seen as the future setter. Shortly after, the Pelicans traded Dyson Daniels, Larry Nance Jr., Cody Zeller, and 2 picks for DeJounte Murray, a strong move for the team. However, there's a challenge. There's only one basketball, and now they have 4 ball-dominant players: Zion, CJ McCollum, and Brandon Ingram. The solution might be to trade Brandon Ingram. Even Ingram has acknowledged that last year was his worst season in the NBA. He isn't the best fit with Zion and struggles with three-point shooting. The larger issue is his contract. Ingram is seeking a full max deal next year, which the Pelicans can't afford given their current commitments to CJ McCollum and the need to pay Trey Murphy. Additionally, New Orleans is one of only 2 teams, along with Charlotte, that has never paid the luxury tax. Thus, Ingram's time with the Pelicans may be coming to an end. However, the market for Ingram is currently lukewarm, and the Pelicans need to act fast. Another pressing issue is the center position, especially in a division with players like Victor Wembanyama, Alperen Sengun, and possibly Zach Edey. The Pelicans allowed Jonas Valanciunas to leave in free agency, and their draft pick, Bates, is not yet ready for that role, having only started playing basketball 4 years ago. The backup plan, Daniel, is more of a temporary fix than a long-term answer. Without a reliable center, the Pelicans might see their finals hopes slip away. There were rumors of a trade sending Brandon Ingram to the Cavaliers for Jarrett Allen, but Allen has since signed a 3-year deal with Cleveland, making him unavailable for the next 6 months. Therefore, Ingram will likely start the season with the Pelicans, but he might be traded by the deadline in February. The Pelicans aren't a flawless team, but if they resolve their center issue and Zion's transformation proves effective, they could become a significant force in the competitive Western Conference. Looking ahead, last year's top 8 teams were the Thunder, Nuggets, Wolves, Clippers, Mavs, Suns, Lakers, and Pelicans. The Grizzlies are expected to reclaim a spot, potentially pushing the Clippers out. However, the Kings and Warriors shouldn't be counted out. Sacramento has added DeMar DeRozan, and the Warriors are likely to improve. If adjustments are needed, the Warriors might take the Lakers' spot, though this is a tough call given how well LeBron and AD performed at the Olympics. Health will be a crucial factor, as any key player missing time could impact their team's season significantly. The Pelicans fought hard for the last playoff spot in the West, and a slimmer Zion could make a significant difference if his transformation is genuine. Additionally, there's the ongoing concern about Jamal Murray. With the Western Conference being highly competitive, the Nuggets need Murray at his best. His recent struggles have led many to question if this will be his final season in Denver alongside Nikola Jokic. Zion's transformation could be the game changer the Pelicans need this season. Only time will tell if his weight loss will translate to long-term success on the court. What do you think? Will this be Zion's breakthrough year? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates from Sports Frenzy TV. Thanks for watching!